Basile Paris doesn't exist anymore, but that's only because they changed their name into Maison Rinceau. So in today's video, I'm going to show you side by side the difference between the old Le Petit Apollon and the new Le Petit Apollon. I think that never in the history of my affiliate links has there been a single item that has been purchased over and over again as much as the Petit Apollon bag from Maison Rinceau. And that's super understandable. It's a splendid bag that I have already reviewed in this video here. If you missed it, that was my initial assessment, initial review of the Le Petit Apollon, which has grown to be my favorite bag this winter. Apparently your favorite bag too. So obviously with the relaunch of the brand and relaunch their website, their assortment, and also bring to the market a new model, which you're gonna see on this channel very soon, so subscribe. I had to try the new bag to see the difference, and I was lucky enough to receive one of the new Le Petit Apollon from Maison Rinceau, and it's a great opportunity to show you side by side how these bags are a little bit different now. I think this name actually is perfect for the brand because Rinceau is an element in architecture. It's this ornamental element that consists of I would say a wavy shape and also leafy shape sometimes. It's present in columns and other ornamental architectural elements. And I think it's pretty much what Maison Rinceau stands for, you know. For once, they are very inspired by architectural elements and art. And secondly, I think their bags are more or less all very structured, but yet they have these very feminine shapes and very feminine elements that give something more artistic and creative to the structure of their bags. They're stripped to the minimalistic core of functionality, right? So there's no fluff in these kind of bags from Maison Rinceau. They're all very practical, but they're also all very luxurious feeling. So let's get down to what really has changed in the new Le Petit Apollon. So I have them here side by side, as you can see. So this is very wintry and this is very spring and summery. I'm very happy. So all of these changes are very minimalistic. Also, your favorite bag stays your favorite bag basically, but they are very practical and functional. The first thing you may notice is that the clasp and the closure is now different. It's a button with a magnet and no longer the system that you had to open and close. Personally, this is a change I am less excited about. It was more secure, right? It wasn't just a button. You have to put in a little bit more effort, and that gave me the confidence on public transport that I would hear or feel something. But that's probably me because I take public transport a lot. But either way, it doesn't really change visually. As you can see, it looks exactly the same. They made an excellent job of changing this clasp and making it look the same. The main reason why they changed it is the old clasp made. By all means, you could hear it, right? Especially if your bag wasn't totally full, you could hear it when you were walking. Personally, I wasn't bothered by it, but I understand that some people may be. A second detail that has changed are the panels on the sides that go more on the outside, so they're rounded more on the outside instead of the inside. That's a very, very good improvement because you can fit more into your bag without deforming it, and you can fit more stuff. And as you can see, I fit a lot in this bag. It is deceptively small, but it stays very compact, even more structured, I would say, fitting so much, and I didn't even fill it up all the way up, right? So that's great. And as you can see, the edge finish is still the same quality, is hand dyed, but so perfectly made, and it's something that you don't even have nowadays in other brands that are even more expensive. I'm not sure how they made the third change because it is visible and yet it's invisible to the touch. The top handle has been reinforced so that it doesn't go on one side. And as you can see in my old Petit Apollon, it does go to one side. This new one apparently hasn't changed a bit, but it has changed because it is perfectly rounded. so happy. Something that you notice immediately when you get the bag is that the interior has changed. An earlier model, the flap, the top flap, was made of nubuck, and then inside the lining was actually cotton. This time it's made of nubuck and on the flap, instead of just a gold leaf brand written on the nubuck, does feature an actual piece of leather with the gold leaf, so it's even more qualitative, and all around the lining is actually suède. So it's even softer to the touch, it's more luxurious, and overall it screams even better quality than it was before. So that's really, really great. I told you guys that this bag would have trended this year, and I stand with my judgment. And I think this change in the brand with the name Maison, for example, is a proof that this is gonna happen. So I think that you really need to get your Petit Apollon now. It has already changed its price a little bit, but of course this was normal because all of these improvements that they made, they cost a little bit more. I would suggest you get yours now, because if this bag trends this year, the next year it's gonna be even more expensive. As you can see for this comparison, I did choose the color Terre de Sienne, so Terra di Siena. I'm really, really happy that this model here comes in grained leather as opposed to the smooth leather that I have in my Petit Apollon for the winter. I love grained leather. It's even more compact and even more structured. So it feels overall even more qualitative than smooth leather, at least for me. I think I have a special love for grained leather bags. Not so much for shoes, but for grained leather bags, definitely. It's super qualitative. I love it. And it came with its gloriette scarf, and this one has pretty colors that it mixes in a little bit of lilac as well, so totally me. And speaking about price, you do have my discount code, which you can still use on their website. It's gonna be linked down below. I'm gonna put a link in my description box, and you don't have to write or enter any code. It's already embedded in the link. So whatever you buy, whatever you put in your cart and buy, the discount is going to be applied directly. Really hope this video was helpful to you. Give it a thumbs up if it was, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel because I have a goal of reaching 5,000 subscribers by June. So help me out in there, and stay tuned because pretty soon I'm gonna have the new bag Mona, always from Maison Rinceau, and I'm gonna review it for you. See you next time. Ciao!